The first thing that I want to do is show you guys how to make this. This is a batoning stick. This is what I use to baton wood with. This one has been used quite a bit. You can tell it's really chewed up and still works, still good. I made this out of pine, so it's more of a harder wood. Right now I'm just going to find a piece and show you how to do this. It's really simple, really easy, and quite effective. So this is the piece of wood we're going to use to make our second batoning stick. Alright, I've got my tools here. This stick is probably 14 inches long, and that's all you really need. You just need something that's heavy at the top, and then you've got your handle here. So I'm just going to take this and kind of use it as a measurement. Mark it, and cut it. So here's our section right here. So there's two ways you could do this. You could use this long piece here and cut it up, or you could cut it to length and cut it however you want to do it. Is up to you. When I did it, I used a longer piece and I cut both of my big ends here, and I chiseled out or hollowed out the middle for the handle. I cut it in half, and that way I had two. But right now I'm just going to make one for you guys. So that's this piece of wood right here. When you're making this batoning stick, you want to put into consideration what you're batoning with. So for me, it's my knife. This is my knife. It's a Tops Bob Brothers of Bushcraft knife. It's a great knife. It's very heavy duty. I baton through logs with this. I've felled trees with this knife by batoning it. So this is a heavy duty knife. You want some weight at the end of your batoning stick because that weight is what's driving this through the piece of wood. So you want weight on top, and then you just want something that you can hold on to. Some people just use regular logs or whatever, but since this is a permanent camp, I'm making a couple of these so we can have them around camp and we can just grab them and use them. This is about as thick as my forearm. This one's a little bit thicker, which is fine. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm using this for reference. Take this and mark it right here, and you're going to mark it all the way around. Now you have a line all the way around here, and what you're going to do is you're going to saw all the way around this piece of wood, not too deep, but deep enough to where you can take your knife and baton it in, and then baton all of this off so you have a nice smooth handle. So like I said, sometimes it's easier to use this bigger piece when you're working because you have more room to work with. But for now, what I'm going to do, ironically, is take my knife and my batoning stick, and I'm just going to chisel out some of these pieces. Okay, and now you can see where my saw mark is, and I baton this off. So this is our top part, and this is our handle. Now we're going to take our axe and chisel as much of this handle down as we can. Another tip that I do while I'm trimming this up is I take my axe and I start from here and I start chinking all the way down the log. And that way, when I come back to the top, these pieces will flake off easier. Just like that. Okay, so now you guys can see we've got this shaved down pretty decently. Now we have to flip it this way and carve this chunk off. And something I like to do here is I like to get my axe in and just do this, and it'll come down nice and easy. And now I can take my knife and clean this up even more. But you guys can see how it's really coming together. So there you have it, guys. We made our mallet, or our batoning stick, whatever you want to call it. I made this one a little bit bigger, this one a little bit heavier. Zach will probably use this one. I got a bigger handle on it. He's got a bigger hand than I do. So now we've got 2 batoning sticks or mallets at camp. And you can just, whenever these are done, like once you shred them up real bad, you can just make more. Didn't take long, probably about a half an hour in total. Now we got to get to making those bushcraft hooks and getting them set up.